Okay, guys. So, good morning. Who joined today? And just wanted to let you know means we are going to so many left, right? Okay, no issue. Fine. As we discussed in part previous, we can take a quick recap what we have learned as of now. So we have learned some just like a not more DDL of SQL. Again, we have learned what is Snowflake and why Snowflake. Next, we have learned about that what is cloud computing and then Snowflake architecture. And we are means we are right now in a just like a virtual warehouse in a Snowflake. So we are continuing this chapter right now today. So my screen is visual, right?
To
No,
me, it
not
is not
Pranay.
visible.
Okay, it's not visible. Okay, wait. Okay. I hope right now it's visible.
Yeah, now it's visible.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay. So we have mentioned yesterday only that is what is a warehouse. So I've given a very layman term that is warehouse is nothing CPU plus memory. We take the example because we everyone connected with the laptop using app daily on daily basis the laptop. So it's a very easy to connect. So C means warehouse is nothing just like means a virtual warehouse is nothing similar kinds of thing that is your CPU and the RAM of your laptop or computer, right? So that is the warehouse. And where virtual warehouse, what is virtual warehouse? So virtual warehouse is cluster of one or more compute resources. So I given you the information just like CPU plus RAM is that is nothing is a compute resources. Compute resources is a combination of CPU plus a small memory in your system that is a compute resources. And I given you information regarding that. So in a Snowflake, we do whatever the operation related to DML operation and we are whatever the query we are fetching. So that is done by the Snowflake with the means warehouse itself only, virtual warehouse only. And I have given you some information regarding how the virtual warehouse looks inside the Snowflake.
So thus you have started the recording, right?
Yeah, I tried today. Let's see how it's going to happen.
Okay.
What's wrong happen? Okay, guys, this is nothing who came join today. Means this is the Snowflake, and this is it's we are going to utilize this platform for our data engineering, and this is a very simple, very means user friendly, and we can use all the things. We can work with the help of queries. Also, we have option to drag and drop, just like a simple click and do it. So I was talking about the warehouses. So warehouses coming under the role of if you come inside the admin section, you will see the warehouses. And so we have two warehouse already created. I wanted to show you all guys, just like a compute. This is the warehouse name here, types of warehouse. So I already mentioned what is a two. There are two types of warehouses. One is a standard, one is a snow park optimized. Everyone agree?
Yes.
Okay. So standard and means a snow park. So only one difference is there. So standard is also capable to work all types of work, right? All types of work. Apart from that, snow park optimized nowadays, AML model came, machine learning AI model came to work with the machine learning or AI model. The snow park optimized came into the picture. So there are two types of Snowflake warehouses, virtual warehouses. That is, one is standard, one is snow park optimized. So whenever we are dealing with the machine learning or AI model, in that scenario, what is going to happen? We need a very large memory to work, means large memory to or and cache to work it. So for that purpose, it is designed by the Snowflake. And if you see the standard, the sizes of warehouses vary from extra small to 6 axle. Since this is associated with the cost, okay, so I'm giving you brief information regarding means how Snowflake cost is charged. Okay, so you might be knowing about that already, given means the people who joined earlier, they are understanding Snowflake charge for the using purpose, means how whatever we are using, means on the basis of that they are going to charge. It's a similar kinds of that prepaid mobile services, right? Whatever the means suppose means now everything is free, unlimited, but previously what it used to happen, we have a fixed amount of things, just like we have a balance, we have a means internet MB or GB RAM, means in internet, how much you are going to use, that much is going to be charged. In the same way, Snowflake also charge in the same way. So Snowflake is very small. I will go. I will come in very deep later. So Snowflake pricing, there are two types of pricing means cost in Snowflake. So once we have already created the what we can say that trial account here. If you'll see, you guys who has not who joined later, means you guys are also going to create a trial account, and this is a 30 days means trial account free of cost. Nothing is going to be pay, means you need to pay, and they are giving 400 credits, okay, to utilize, work on that, play around that Snowflake. And so if you'll see, I got 400, but I haven't only used anything as of now, but still means I have means given only for the showing purpose, demo purpose, I opened some task, anything. So it's charged $3 right now. Okay, so how Snowflake charge? Snowflake, there are two types of charges. If you remember, means Snowflake architecture, right? Snowflake architecture. There is a Snowflake based on three layer of architecture. Everything you will get to know that who joined later. Don't worry, don't panic. I will make you aware what are the things. So database storage layer. This is your query processing layer and the cloud service layer. So this is the three-layer architecture of Snowflake. In database storage layer, it skips the data, and the query processing layer, it is actually processing the our query and DML operation, which we are talking right now, virtual warehouses. Okay, and now cloud service layer, it's a brain of the your snow of the Snowflake, just like a monitor. sorry, just like a window of your computer or laptop, which one is coordinating in all the infrastructure of your means of the Snowflake, whatever the metadata management, what are the security, what are the authentication and serverless tasks is managed by Snowflake with the help of cloud service layer. Okay, now coming to the point I was talking, there are three layer, and the Snowflake charge on the basis of these three only. If you are going to store your data, right? If you are going to store data, they will charge only for storing the data only. They will not charge extra anything. Okay. If you are going to run only query, they will charge only for the query. And if you are going to utilize the any serverless task in the cloud service layer part, that is going to be charged on the basis of that. So storage, there are two types of storage charge. When we'll understand the costing part of the Snowflake, we'll learn in details. Again, I'm telling, since so there is a on demand and one is a predicted means predicted storage. Suppose we want fixed storage right now, 500 or 1 TB of data to be charged. So for 1 TB, they used to charge 23 or $25 per month for storing a data. 1 TB Snowflake charge 23 to 25 rupees per dollar every month. In case of cloud services, we'll go in details for this one, but right now we are talking about the virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouse, again, I'm giving you very means layman term words. Virtual warehouse is nothing, it's the muscles of Snowflake. Muscles means which were providing the power to the Snowflake in working, and whatever the query we are fetching, whatever the means DML operation or means inserting, deleting, means manipulation we are doing with the data, that is done by the query processing unit only, query processing layer only. And the query processing means what, how going to be charged? This is the charge on the basis of two types. One is a charge on the basis of, 1 minute, yeah. So So first you need to understand, it is going to be charged on the basis of what is the size of your warehouse. Okay. So if you'll see, extra small charge 1 credit per hour. Okay. Per hour. And what is the size of, means if you are using maximum size 6 XL, then it's going to be charged 520 credit per hour. Got it? So in the basis of per hour, billing is happening, it's charging per hour, but billing is happening per second. Whatever the per second billing is charging. And for the first 60 second, in 160 second, they are charging, right? So they are calculating on the basis of that. Don't confuse. You will get to know everything in subsequent means classes. Okay. So I mentioned there are two types of warehouses: standard and snowpark optimized, and sizes is extra small to 6L XL. Okay, and the for the snowpark, if you'll see, it start from the medium. It's not start from extra small and a small. So it is starting by default minimum, because it needs very large, at least medium warehouse to work it. Okay. So what happening? 6 credit per hour. So see the difference. 1 credit for this one and 6 credit for the snowpark optimization. So we don't need required, with standard is only enough. And the for main any organization, if you go extra small to means medium to small, they are working playing with the small itself only. It's a very means effectively it's working, right? Now coming to that, so we have option of auto resume and auto suspended. Auto suspend. Auto resume means we don't need to, as we mentioned, I mentioned it's associated with the charge. If it automatically, it's the snow means warehouse is going to run every time, the our credit is going to be wastage, right? Our credit, we are not doing anything, but it's a Snowflake is charging for that, okay? And so that's why Snowflake given a features auto resume and auto suspend. Whenever we are firing any query, it's automatically restarting the virtual warehouse, okay? And whenever we are, means here we have a suspended timing, so we can set it here what is how much suspend time we wanted to. If you want, a warehouse will check any query, whether I am working. If I'm not working, it will be automatically deactivate, suspended, and it will not, billing is not going to be charged, okay? So this is the difference. Again, one more features came, multi-cluster. So multi-cluster, I given a very means day-to-day active means example. Whenever we have a suppose, whenever means we have a 5 people, and we want to be we have purchased one t-shirt, right? One t-shirt or any clothes we have purchased, and we want to be used by everyone, okay? So use the t-shirt is used by everyone that time. What is going to happen? So one person will wear out. Suppose I have wear the t-shirt, Ankit have wear the t-shirt, and then he need to be passed. Once Ankit will be wear off, and they will give to another person. So in that scenario, what is going to happen? Our work is going to be happen, but it will take time, consume the time, right? So in that scenario, means when the number of users are going to be increased, because all systems are associated, all one system is managed by everyone. So in your organization, you have seen that, means in one or a database, there are multiple or thousand or more than thousand of people are using same means database, right? In that scenario, what is going to happen? The traffic is very less. Then the data, the means query going to be run very slowly, means very slowly. In that scenario, means the number of users is increased. Then what is going to be happen? We have an option of multi cluster, okay? Multi cluster, I give an example yesterday. Suppose this is our compute resources. Compute resources, this one is memory, one is your CPU, right? So suppose this is extra small. Again, the memory and the CPU is increased, processing unit is increased, sorry, means RAM is increased, memory and means CPU processing unit is increased. When we have taken the small one, again it's increased when we have taken the considered medium one. So in terms of that, and the how much bigger will the warehouse, the work will be very faster, right? So suppose one example I have given this one. Another scenario I have mentioned this. Whenever we have a multiple number of user attacking at a single warehouses only, right? Single warehouse. They wanted to work in a single warehouse. In that time, it's going to be our queue. Our query is going to be queued, right? It came into the line one by one, one by one, one by one. So in that scenario, but we are working in organization. We don't want to be make our work very slower, right? And there are chances of data loss in that scenario. So in that scenario, we have a cluster, okay? Multi-cluster, a multi-cluster is coming into the picture. So what is going to be happen? Suppose you have one user or some user, you can take a minimum one cluster. And suppose once the number of user is increased, it will automatically shift to the two cluster. It means two pairs of, suppose I have taken a medium warehouses, then two pairs of medium warehouses is going to be added automatically by the Snowflake, okay? Everyone is aligned here, getting?
Yes, Santosh. But I just wanted to know, like as you said, like we have a purpose to create a multi cluster, because to I to share the load, right? But
Yes.
which type of load it is? Like for example, 1,000 people are querying the same cluster, then it may give a performance issue, right? So for that we are creating a two cluster, so that 500 people will gonna fetch the data from that particular cluster, or 500 people will fetch the data from another cluster. Is it like this, or is it based on the purpose? Like for example, we have a cluster one, and data warehouse team is fetching the data and uploading the data to that particular cluster. Or the
See,
second
suppose,
one, the second
yeah.
cluster is that, like
Mm.
for example, the team like me, who is developing a dashboard, so that people are using that particular cluster. Is it based on like a requirement, or what it is?
As of now, what you guys have written yesterday means warehouses you have written, right? Let me complete.
Yes.
The warehouse you have written, right? So you have written what is the standard types of warehouses.
Stand.
There are two types of warehouses, and
Yes.
going to request means guys, it's a very important question, means question is going to be asked you by the interviewer, and it's a pure practical work. You, if you are going to attend my classes very practically and whatever try to understand here itself only, nobody can beat you, means they will not understand you have work or not, right? Even the, for everything we'll do the project, everything, everything we'll do, every project means on the basis of all the services of Snowflake, we are going to do the practical work. So that's why please note down. So warehouse I have already means given the what you have written for the warehouse. What is a warehouse?
You're asking me?
Yeah, warehouse is nothing that provides multiple operation for CPU and small storage.
So warehouse I have means mentioned is a means warehouse what I have mentioned means warehouse is a composed of, right, one or more cluster in an first term, right?
It's a virtual warehouse.
That
Like
is
you have
virtual warehouse only.
written.
Because we are
Yeah.
warehouse means virtual warehouse only. Yeah.
Okay, but you describe two, the single warehouse and the virtual warehouse.
No, no, no. Means first definition I have given, a virtual warehouse is cluster of one or more compute resources, right?
Yes.
Guys who joined today, please write down that. Means a very means a virtual warehouse is a cluster of one or more compute resources used for process queries and DML operation. Written. Next term I have mentioned it. What is a compute resources, right? The question will come. What is compute resources? So compute resources is nothing. Compute resources is a combination of CPU and a small memory, that is RAM, right? So if we'll talk about the one compute resources, one CPU and one memory will going to come, right? If we'll talk the more compute, that is only means multi-cluster, right? Here means a multi-cluster here only, right? So multi-cluster, one means minimum cluster I have one. In one cluster, that is going to be happen one CPU and one memory. And which memory means which size, what is the size of that, which is defined by you here, right? Which size you are going to utilize. So small you are taking, so that will consider come to the picture one in one cluster here. Okay. Now I have mentioned there are two types of virtual warehouse, that is a standard and another is snow park optimized. Standard warehouses can be used for most workload, including work snow park. Right? It is managed to. It is going to manage all types of workload, including a snow park. And here, snow park optimized. So, snow park optimized warehouse offer a large memory with cache. Okay, they are often used for memory intensive operation, just like machine learning training, machine learning AML model. Right? Please write down. Okay. Now the sizes of warehouses. So sizes start from extra small to 6XL, and you can write down this one, a small charges 2 credit per hour, extra small charges 1 credit per hour, medium charges 4 credit per hour. So each increasing in size, the price is double. Got it? Increasing in the size of warehouses, prices in double. Okay. Now talking about that, now you are talking about the means we'll come to that means you have got the idea about the cluster, right? What is cluster?
Yes.
Okay. So it means cluster is a nothing. The similar compute resources I mentioned, right? Compute resources I mentioned, right? In previous, compute resources is a means a combination of memory and sorry CPU and memory, right? Same thing. It's a cluster. What is cluster? Cluster is a combination of memory. Write down, please. Cluster is a combination of memory and CPU. Got it?
Yes.
And yesterday I mentioned you. Okay, will come later again. Cluster is a combination of CPU and memory, and the what is multi-clustering? Multi-cluster warehouse. Multi-cluster warehouse means. See, anybody can by seeing this interface, you are able to define it. Multi-cluster warehouse is a process of utilizing minimum cluster to the or multi-clustering warehouse is a means adding of cluster as per the load of the snowflake, right? As per the load of the snowflake will come in this part as well again. So now come to the this PPT our. So virtual warehouse you understand right now. Now in your organization you have seen the dev environment, you have seen that means prod environment, you have seen the test environment. Everyone is aware or not?
Yes.
Rest people please tell, means I don't know means so who are understanding environment or not. Yesterday
Yeah, it's clear.
few days back I was taking interview 11.2 means years of experience. Guy is working in Siemens Healthcare. I asked how many environment you are working in your organization. Interview. He was not aware with the means environment. I was really shocked. He don't know the what is environment. 11.2 years experience total in IT, and he was working with the Siemens Healthcare. So I was really shocked. So everyone know what is environment in our means technical term in data engineering. Please tell. If anybody don't know, please don't hesitate to ask right now. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, you are audible.
So I'm asking everyone. See, guys, if you are not speak, I'm not going to know means what is environment. If you are knowing or not means because I'm going to be means deal with all the real time interview question and all the real time work. So you don't means in one or two class means you will not might be understand, but how the technical technology is work, how the market means current work is also going to happen in this data engineering will play with each and everything. But if you don't know anything, please don't hesitate, please ask. So so I was talking about the environment. So see means suppose you join any organization, or they may ask, interviewer will ask, suppose means you are going to be joined any organization, and you have to set up the Snowflake from the scratch. Okay, how you are going to be design it? Okay, might be not now, but after 8 to 9 years, 7 years, after 6 years plus experience, they might be asked. It depends upon the organization by organization and how capable you are to work with the means take it. So in that scenario, what is going to happen, you can say that we can understand the requirement, okay, and we can specify the warehouses on the basis of that. Suppose for running a small query means running a query on daily basis, suppose in any means any of the project, only they are not developing anything, only fetching means they are running the query, because all the data are coming ready made by us other means medium, and they are loading to the database. What what the means our job is that we have to run the query and share the report, just like Excel format, CSV format types of thing. We can share to the financial department or any means analytical BI team and all. So only task is that you have to play with the means a strong SQL, multiple joins, you can add it, and you have to take the data on daily basis. So in this scenario, means processing query, you have set up means process for the means one warehouse you have it dedicated for query processing. Virtual you have set it in one warehouse you have designed for the loading the data. Okay, for the loading and unloading the data, right? In the same way, means you can tell it just like some other person, just like we have given the access for in one warehouse, we have a given action of means access for the 50 people. Okay, another warehouse, so suppose means they are very means means higher role, and they are means dealing with a very huge volume of data. So suppose I have taken a small means warehouse here, and I have taken the multi-cluster also here. Okay, multi-cluster means I have given the minimum node minimum cluster is one and maximum is two on only means given for the 50 users the access for the these warehouses. And this is the, since the data is loading and unloading, I have taken the medium warehouses and one single cluster, not more than that. It's a not multi-cluster I have used utilizing, because one pipeline is going to happen at a one time, it's going to happen. Similarly, the senior teams are there who are means among 100 number of people here. And what is going to be happen, I have taken a medium virtual warehouse size of medium, and the and I have taken the multi cluster here. Okay, multi cluster In here also multi-cluster I have given the access for the 50 people, but here I have given the access for the 100 people, and the size of virtual warehouse is here is a small, here is a medium. Okay, and the given access for the 100 people here. Okay, and the multi-cluster I have taken the cluster of minimum one, and maximum size I have taken four. Okay, are you guys getting?
Not getting Santosh actually. My question was like, as we have a on single warehouse, we can have a multi-cluster for multi-purpose. Is it?
Yes, yes, I am telling. Means suppose these are the guys one time setup when you join the organization. So you don't need to worry about these things, but we this thing is majorly asked in interview, because everything is set up,
Yes.
you need, they will provide you access and you need to work it, right? But
Yes.
in interview very deeply this question is asked. Okay, definitely this is going to be asked, right? So I'm telling about that. Suppose some interviewer have asked you what types of, how you have, means in your organization, how warehouse is defined, right? Okay,
What the question? Could you please repeat it?
in your organization or in your company, how the you guys have defined your warehouses.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Everyone is getting? Guys, if you'll not tell, means I don't going to know that, means please tell me, means you guys are getting or not? Ankit,
I am getting.
Ankit, Rajnish.
Yeah, me too. I'm also getting.
No, you are getting what I'm telling. What I'm trying to
Yeah.
means tell.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Bharat, Soumya, Hema, please tell, means guys, please respond. At least I can understand, means if you guys aware, means previously might be aware. If you are not aware also, means let me know, means I will try to make you means aligned with these things. It's very practical question. Means whenever you are going to be means attend the interview after this course, definitely this question is going to be asked. Very means important question, right? So, in how the warehouses is specified in your organization, means how the defined in your system. So there are various way we can answer this question. So one is the, you can mention means in our organization follow the three environment, right? Have a three environment. So there is a dedicated warehouses for the prod, there is a dedicated warehouse for the means development dev, and one dedicated warehouses for the testing purpose, right? In this way also you can tell it, otherwise you can also answer this. So we have divided our warehouses in three different or four different segments in our organization. First is one, we have kept one data, means warehouses for dedicated for the data loading, right? Another is for the processing the data, and one more is, two we have kept for the processing the queries, right? So, and as I mentioned, means for the processing purpose, the we have a every organization is dealing with means working with means senior or means junior entry level people, dealing means working by the entry level people, and see mid level, mid experience level people, and the senior level people. So there is a dedicated means warehouses for each of them on the basis of their work. Suppose I already mentioned you for means running all the query, fetching the data from any means into the database. We have a one warehouse. One is for the data loading. One is for the means processing queries, but by the senior people. Okay, so I have taken here consideration small warehouses but multi-cluster. I have given the access for the 50 people here. Okay. In this warehouses, this one is also multi-cluster only, means number one more than one cluster is multi-cluster, but only the two nodes maximum cluster is going to be two. Okay. Another one is a only for the loading the data. I have taken the medium means warehouse sizes and the single cluster, because we don't know we are going to load the data one by one only. That's why we have kept a single means a virtual single cluster here, not multi cluster. And this way means I have taken medium warehouses size and the multi cluster and given the access for the 100 people, because these are the very senior people and they are means dealing with the huge volume of data, right? I already mentioned you. So environment specific warehouse choosing, production, testing and development. So we have created three warehouses. So for production, testing and development. Got some idea?
Yes, I got the idea. Thank you for the explanations and those. I have one more question. Like, is it a subject based? Like, for example, we are, data are coming from the ERP system and CRM system. So for example, my data is coming from the SAP environment, like some data related to accounting or some data from the related to the sales. So the both the data is a different one, like different subject. So do we have a different cluster for that, like different warehouse for that different subject of the data,
No,
or
no,
we
no,
can
no, no.
store it on a same
It's
one?
not means see means we will go get to know that each and everything there are how we are going to load the data from API, how we are loading data from third party, each and everything.
Yes,
But
yes.
you
Yeah,
and
loading is a different one. But my question is, like, we use the same warehouse to that different subject of data, or we have to create a different warehouse for that
suppose
different subject?
means yeah, that's why I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm coming to your means.
yeah,
You understand the two
yeah.
scenario right here, how we
Right.
can choose the warehouse. Okay, one is a
Yes,
requirement specific, right, warehouses. Okay,
yes.
another is a environment specific warehouse choosing. Got it?
Requirement is specific and environment is specific.
Yeah, either we
Okay,
can choose anyway means it is followed by the or it is going to be vary by different means organization by organization, how they are choosing the how
okay,
their architect are setting the data, right?
okay.
Okay, so
Yes,
see means if we'll talk means here it's a how we just like we for loading purpose data they have a warehouses, for processing the query they have a warehouses, for another means
hmm.
senior member they have a warehouse, that is a requirement specific warehouses. Got it?
Yes,
And so that's why mention means some if somebody is asking
yes,
you can mention, we can define we
yes,
can define our database what virtual warehouse on the basis of means it's vary from organization, but we can specify we can define the database on the requirement specific or also on the basis of environment specific, right? So suppose if you are means dealing with the requirement specific, we can we can design our means warehouses in such a way, just like a processing query means I mentioned already, right? Data loading somewhere, processing query other.
yes,
Suppose you have your data is coming from other sources, just like you mentioned ERP system or SAP system. You can given one more name of data warehouses. Sorry, means virtual warehouses to load the data, and you are dedicated for the SAP or ERP system only. Okay, so this is the requirement specific, and this one is the environment specific. only we have a three means means production, development, and testing means warehouses, and we have given the full credential here, just like means utilizing all the work in three testing, three means warehouses only. But this is not good practice. Okay, means this we can define, we can means environment specific, we can choose for the database, not for the warehouses. Okay, got it?
Yes, got it.
It's another, we have a 28 chapter, right, in Snowflake. Got it?
Yes.
And 20
Yeah.
out of 28 chapter, we are in right now in third only, and third we have not
Yes.
started also. And you
Yes.
everything is coming one means again and again, again and again, multiple times. And I already mentioned, we am going to cover end to end each and everything, and nothing a single thing I'm not going to from SQL, because SQL is the base of database. Without SQL we can't means deal with the means work with the database. So SQL is very important. We are going to deal with means learn here. We are going to learn means SQL as well. We are going to learn database, data warehousing. We are going to learn Snowflake. We are going to learn Python. We are going to learn means cloud computing, some services of AWS. Apart from that, interview question, mock interview, resume preparation, each and everything, and project as well. Not I didn't mention project. So you will get each and every, even you are going to see the project also, how it's going to work, real time project. So that is also each and everything I am going to cover. But only means I need means your guys response. If you are not getting, please let me know immediately, because you will think I will learn somewhere, that is might be helpful, but every time 90% times it's not working. If you will try to make you understand, I don't want anybody can go and learn multiple times, try to means explore here and there, but you will not understand. But if you'll ask me, I will try to make you understand from my best, from my side I will try my best to do it. Now, I already mentioned, right, warehouse comes in different sizes. The sizes of warehouse determine the number of server in each cluster, right? And the it start from extra small to 6 XL, right? And you have seen that the extra small sizes is one credit, it the credit number of the credit, and the small is 2 credit, medium is 4 credit, and this is called the number of server also. Okay, number of server means how many servers is going to happen in each warehouses. Okay, so what is happening here, number of issue to instances. I in first initial date I mentioned, since we are using Snowflake work on, they don't have their own infrastructure. It's hosted on three means based on three means cloud provider, that is either AWS, either GCP or Azure, right? So which one you are going to choose, the server, the infrastructure is built on that only. So here means we have taken the example of AWS here, because we already means install our means, so we have set up our Snowflake account on AWS. So AWS server is known as EC2. Okay, EC2 server. And the same means Azure data, Azure, but Azure, Microsoft Azure is called as virtual warehouse. They used to call virtual warehouse the server name. Okay, now, so I mentioned why we are going to be increase or decrease warehouse sizes. So I mentioned each incremental increase in sizes double the number of server. Right? So see the number of small, one server, sorry, extra small, one server, small, two server, medium, four server, large, eight server, right? And since so on. So suppose our load increased, right? Our load increased, then we are going to choose small to extra small to a small, small to medium, medium to large. It depend upon you. Each incremental increase in size double the number of server, at the same time cost will also increase. So you have seen it, right? Agree?
Yes.
Now, now whatever I have explained earlier, now it's coming with the presentation right now. Sometimes, if resources are not available to concurrently process all queries, then queries get queued for the execution. Then the get executed as resource become unavailable. So what happening I mentioned, right, means sometimes if resources are not available to process the all query, then query means is going to be queued, right, already mentioned, right. So in that scenario,
Yes.
for execution, and gates executed as a resource become available. So once this resource have taken means it's completed their task, then only another task is query is going to be processed, right, one by one. So in that scenario, what is going to happen? Multi-cluster is coming. Okay. Now understand, Snowflake provide two options for increasing the computer resources or compute resources. One is warehouse resizing, one is multi-cluster warehousing. Confused here by seeing this?
Not at all confused, but like as I understood, like warehouse resizing, like as we have increased the data set, will increase the size of the warehouse. But
Correct.
in multi-cluster, we will like store the data in different cluster
No,
and
no.
increase the
Storing
cluster
data
as
is
we
none.
increase the
This is
data.
not for storing data, means Ragini. This is for
Hmm.
the means processing only. Storing data we do in a. Oh God, what happened? Sorry, guys. It's
It's okay. So, okay, where we were on that.
1 minute. Okay. So I was here. I'm telling. So where how? So what happened? See, Snowflake provide us two options for increasing the compute resources, right? One is warehouse sizing, one is multi-cluster warehousing. So please try, everyone join, please try to understand this concept. Very means useful, very important. They used to ask in interview, right? So have you seen that how we can increase the multi-cluster by we have option to choose the multi-cluster warehouse as well, right? We have option to choose the multi-cluster warehouses. It will automatically means increase the multi means cluster of warehouses. One whenever it's required. Suppose it's working right now. It's working on what we can say that. So how multi-cluster is working? Suppose it started from one cluster, okay. If if the number of users are not increased, our query is not queued, then it will run only for one cluster only. And once the number of cluster means p means queries is queued, number of it will automatically switch to the, it will start next cluster also. it is not means that it will not means it or every time both the cluster will means work. No, once whenever it's required, then it means it will be start another cluster. Otherwise it will be work with one cluster itself only, right?
Okay, got it, got it. So like it is a kind of a dynamic thing, like it will gonna take
Yes,
by
yes,
default
yes. It's a, yeah, it's
as load
yeah,
increases.
it's a dynamic only. We don't need
Mm.
to worry about this one. Okay. Okay. So what going to be happen? Thing is that it's a minimum number of cluster is one. Maximum already mentioned, right? Up to 10 cluster we can choose it, right? Maximum 10 cluster. And the coming to this point, yeah. So Snowflake provide two way to increase your resource, right? Increase you have to they are providing two ways to increase your computer resources. Either you can resize your warehouses, and either you can increase the number of cluster, right? So in that two scenario, two way we can increase the who is calling. Why Rohit is calling? Rohit, you are not here. Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Sorry, yeah, means what happened? I don't know. It's what's wrong. Today means I will create a means by email ID only. Means that will be better. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are.
I don't know why it's happened. Very means.
What happened? You got disconnected.
That's why I means.
Yeah, but you can rejoin now. Wasn't it allowed you?
Okay. Fine. Means tomorrow onwards. Today means I will create. Why it's a hold? It's showing hold. Where it's a hold?
Who is on hold? Okay, you are on hold.
Okay. Fine. Oh God. Previously, I don't used to face these types of issue, but this time I'm facing. Last in sequel classes, we don't used to face these types of right issue.
Yes.
You are using browser, right?
Or due to that, it's happening.
Yeah, that could be it because I mean, for some time, data gets stored in the cache and cache gets refreshed
Oh,
internally.
really? Means might be. I will install.
So that could be one.
Ah, okay, okay, might be. Okay, sorry, means for inconvenience. Okay. My screen is visual. Okay.
Yeah, it is now.
Ah.
Yes.
So I was mentioning, means Snowflake provide means two way to increase your performance, right? Enhance your performance. So either we can resize our warehouses, either we can use multi-cluster warehouse. Okay. So what is going to happen in this scenario? I'm making you understand how we are means when in which scenario which one we are using it. Okay. So suppose it's a very important question, interview question. So they are asking, suppose you are loading uh, a huge volume of data, right? You are loading data every day, and the another day what happened is a very real time example. So what happened? Your data is not loading today, right? Suppose you are loading data every day, same data, same from same place you are loading, and you means it's and today what happened, it's a not it's a taking too much time. What is the reason behind that, and how can you can means manage this thing? Anyone can guess?
Somebody else, yeah, somebody else might be using the, I mean, fetch or retrieve at the same time, and
Okay,
the nodes might not be available to that certain person.
okay, what else?